So, Mr. Wilder, what in the world made you decide that this was what you wanted to do?
Because I like flowers and I like woodworking. Come from a history of woodworking, family history of woodworking.
Oh yeah, what history?
Well, my father taught woodworking for 32 years. My grandfather was a carpenter, and my great-grandfather was a wooden boat builder.
Wow. Noah?
Ishmael.
Hey everybody, it's Angela Wilder. Welcome to our second season of Conversations with Angela Wilder. I have the distinct pleasure today of introducing you to not only one of the most honorable men that I know, he's my brother, Anthony Wilder, and we're at Island Products today, where we're going to find out what goes on in this great big place.
Answer okay.
Are we rolling? Yes. Yeah, okay. So, Tony to me.
Mister.
What is this going to turn into?
That will turn into a 15 by 15 angled top planter that we call a fruit basket.
Okay, is it, you
There's
have
an
one over
example of
here?
one right
Okay,
down the
come
end of the
on,
table.
come on and show me what you're talking about. And how many times are you going to have to cut this?
That gets cut 3 times. I should have gotten a raw one for you.
Well, you can still go get one.
Okay, well, hold on. While y'all are doing y'all's
yeah.
thingy.
You can go get one.
In front of the door, it was blowing out.
Don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
So he's going to go get a raw, what I call raw, unpainted sample of what this turns into. I think that one of the really fascinating things about what he does is that everything comes from recycled, refurbished as somebody else's junk, and he turns it into these beautiful planters which gets shipped all over the country.
Excuse me, does someone say raw?
Yes. Okay, so this is what it turns into, huh?
That's what it turns into.
Okay, and
This right here ends up like that, and that ends up like that.
okay. Now, is this the only thing you make?
We make about 80 different flower pots.
And how do you?
And we make seed boxes, and we make house markers.
Okay, so with the flower boxes, how do you decide what you're going to make, when you're going to make it, and then how do people get them?
It's a seasonal item where we take orders in the fall and spring. We manufacture product throughout the winter, fill our warehouse, and they're shipped to independent garden centers throughout the spring of the year for their customers. We also sell them online at a website called redflowerpot.com and on an Etsy site called wilderisland.com.
Okay. And how many other manufacturers, particularly African American manufacturers, are there in Winston-Salem?
Pure manufacturers, one, me. I'm the only one. When I say pure, I mean people that are not buying other things, simply assembling them and sending them out the door, where the origin of the product is 100% from top to bottom here, made in-house, one.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for approximately 29 years.
So you started it when you were 2 years old, right?
I started this morning, thank you.
Oh, yes. Okay. So now behind us here, there are some other products.
Yeah, there's a ball of glue. We don't make those here.
tell me what you have over here.
Which,
All of them. So what is it? What's
in the
this
middle
one?
here, we have one of our new flower pots that is a 17 by 17, what we call a angle top flower box planter. Comes unassembled, 4 pieces and 8 screws, and you can assemble it. That's a smaller version right there. That's a 18 by 18 tall, 18 tall by 12 by 12 square. That's 12 by 12, 8 by 24 tall.
And I'm looking at these gorgeous boxes you have here. These are, what is this?
This is one of our newer products. We started selling these back in the fall. These are seed boxes.
And for
This
people
is
who don't know what's a seed box.
There has been a tradition in the past of people saving their heirloom seeds from year to year. They harvest their seeds, dry them, and they put them in a seed box and organize them for the next spring.
Oh, I always
This
thought
is
people did it in shoe boxes.
Well, you can save them in whatever you want, but if you want. This is something like we manufacture these out of the recycled wood, just like our planters, and we also recycle them. We also recycle glass. I have several installers around town that will take out the older windows, the older wood windows, and replace them with the vinyl windows, and we are able to secure the glass for our products. This is a 15 by 10 box. It has 15 compartments in it and should hold 150 packs of seed.
Oh, wow.
That is a 6 by 15 box. It has 6 compartments in it, and it will hold approximately 60 packets of seeds.
Wow. So I could really use something like this.
You can also order these, and they can be personalized for your mother, father, grandfather. If there's a special person in your life, we can put on there whatever you wish to have it personalized for.
So really, you are keeping pounds and pounds and pounds of material, wood and glass, from being thrown into landfills.
A lot of this stuff, otherwise, the wood would normally be ground and sold for boiler fuel or just simply landfill.
You when you say ground, then what do you do with all of that waste, the stuff that's left over after you get through?
What we do, pretty much nothing is thrown away. We take the wood in, we cut it and recycle it, and the byproduct of it is wood shavings and sawdust. I have several local farmers that will come get the product, and they'll use it for their animal bedding, chicken litter, goat bedding, that sort of thing. And it keeps it out of the landfill rather than being ground up and burned up and that sort of thing.
Wow, so it just really goes full circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have flower pots, we have seed boxes, we have, what else?
We have house markers.
And what's I know what a traditional house marker, people just nail some numbers up on their house, right?
Right.
So what's different that you're doing from everybody else?
Hold on, I'll show you.
Okay.
Nice big buck and all. So we have pretty much everything to suit any kind of taste. We have the flowers for the ladies or for the guys, and the hunting enthusiasts, we have the ones like the buck and that sort of thing.
So what is on the horizon next? Where do you see Wilder's Island? Is it red flower pot?
Well, we're always going to try and expand our offerings so far as the house numbers and the house markers and all. We're looking at getting into some commercial signage where we'd be able to do these for exteriors of buildings and that sort of thing. And we're also always looking to add to our flower pot line. We have a whole slew of products that we are coming out with, but we don't want to introduce them all in one year. We want to gradually over the years bring something new this year, something new that year. Therefore, we do keep the public interest in the product and keep developing and putting out new products.
So last year you were in the Our State magazine, correct? For what?
Yes. Last year, one of our planners that we make, it's a 20-inch Red Cross buck. It was in the running for one of the best new products available, or one of the best products made in North Carolina. And we did get to the semi-final, actually we got to the finalist line of the Made in NC contest that's done by Our State magazine. We didn't get to the top, but we got a lot further than a lot of others.
Yeah, absolutely.
So being a finalist was quite an honor to be, because it is a very prestigious magazine.
So what do you find is the biggest challenge being a business owner?
Well, now these days, the biggest challenge is finding competent people a good, competent labor force to be able to produce the product.
Oh boy. Don't write me, write him.
I'm being kind. I'm being kind.
So what is
having qualified people? That's probably the biggest challenge. There aren't a lot of people nowadays that want to do physical woodwork sort of thing. A lot of the people that would be wanting to do that have more or less aged out of the market and all.
So is your biggest competition big companies that are automated and doing a lot of machines or cutting pieces and sticking them together?
Not really. I can't say that I have a lot of competition. There aren't a lot of people that are hand making flower pots from recycled material here in America. A lot of the what you might want to call competition is just simply from the big box stores that will make it over in China, but that's not a superior product. The quality is mirrored by the cost, the cheapness of it.
Okay. So
I've been doing this for going on 29, 30 years, and a lot of the stuff that I've manufactured, or that we manufactured 20 years ago, you can still see around town on various houses and all. So it is a quality product.
and why Winston-Salem? Since we're talking about businesses and people in Winston-Salem, why did you choose to stay in Winston-Salem? I know you grew up here. In fact, I grew up in the same house you grew up in.
I couldn't get over the wall.
Tony. Seriously.
Well, I went to Salem. I was born here. My dad taught woodworking here. There's a company within a mile of here where I spent 5 years as a chemist, and when I decided to start looking for other places and bridging out and leaving that profession, there was a place right here in Winston, so I rooted right here, started right here.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for letting us come into your factory and letting us know about this wonderful made in America, made right here in North Carolina, right here in Winston-Salem product.
Made here, not over there.
Made here. And thank you for joining us on another Conversations with Angela Wilder. I don't know who had that on me. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for another Conversations with Angela Wilder and her little brother.
Thank you for joining us for the Wilder Comedy Hour.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
One of us will.
That's good.
I was like, I don't know who's got me. They said, yeah, you'll edit it. Yeah.
I like both of them.
Yeah, y'all have to add the sound effects.